Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brooks Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of January 13th, 2021. Really crazy past few days. Things were a little crazy all over. I did not actually post my previous week's video. I completely forgot with everything that's been going on and just getting back into the routine of being back at the day job. So, and not to mention that the books were late last week and they were late again this week. So it's only fitting that the first 2 weeks of 2021 are pretty much delayed. So by the time you watch this, hopefully the list from the 6th is up and you can check that out. And then this one is up now. But let's get right into it. First up, we have American Vampire, number 1976, issue 4. Scott Snyder, American Vampire. It's great stuff. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend going back and reading it and checking it out. It's really, really good stuff. Next up is Bloodshot, number 10. I thought I canceled this cover, but apparently I didn't. Or this was the lesser of two evils. But, yep. Bloodshot's okay. This run is not as good as any of the previous runs. I would say this is the worst run of Bloodshot since Valiant relaunched. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully, it has a shift in it, but we'll see. Next up, we have Steve Orlando's Commanders in Crisis, number 4. This is the cover I decided to go with on that one. I don't even remember what cover it is. It's the main cover. So, Commanders in Crisis has a handful of covers, and I think I don't actually subscribe to the thing ongoing. I just pick the cover that I want whenever I do in last call for orders. Next up, we have the block of Future State books. I read through all of the Future State books from last week. They are really good. They give you they just kind of start a story where it would naturally start in kind of introducing you to the time period and to what's going on, as well as just being, really good. The Wonder Woman one was with the new younger Wonder Woman. I can't remember her name. Is fantastic. It's actually quite funny. Joelle Jones' art is amazing in it. If anything, I recommend you pick up that one. But I enjoyed them. I'm looking forward to seeing where they take us with Future State or what Future State does for the DC universe. But yeah, and you should pick up Generation Shattered. It was really good. It was just fun, especially coming off of death metal. It kind of gives you that feeling of what they really meant by, it's not necessarily there's no continuity. It's that continuity isn't the know-all be-all for the DC universe currently. But first up for Future State, we have Dark Detective, number 1. This is by Tamaki, and yeah, can't wait to dive in and see what that one's all about. We have Future State Green Lantern, so I'm actually jumping back into the Green Lantern pool of books. I did not like Morrison's take on it, even though Liam Sharp's artwork is amazing. I just wasn't a huge fan of Green Lantern, the current iteration of Green Lantern. So we'll see. But we'll see what Future State has in store for the Green Lantern Corps. Next up, we have Future State Justice League. This is also one of the books that has the other stories in it, and it has the Justice League Dark versions in there, if I correctly. So yeah, some of these books are going to be anthology type. This one's the $5.99 because it's got basically, I think, almost two comic book worth. Next up is Kara Zor-El Superwoman, issue 1 for the Future State title. I'm curious to see what it's all about. Supergirl has really struggled, I think, to really kind of have a great start to a series and then people going forward with it for a long period of time. I know the Peter David run was well received, but then it just floundered. And then, there's just been a lot of but hopefully Supergirl can get a good Future State story. Next up, we have Future State Robin Eternal, number 1. We'll see what's going on with Damian, I guess. Tim Drake. I don't remember who this is. So we'll see. But yeah, it's Robin Antics. I don't know if I'm going to be the hugest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Robins. So yeah. Next up, we have a Superman, a Wonder Woman, number 1, Future State. We have the new Man of Steel teams up with the new Amazon Warrior. So Jonathan Kent and what's her name? Why am I blanking on her name? I need to just look it up and be like, this is who it is. Why? What is going on here? What is her name? What is da? Nope. 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 Whatever. You guys know it's the new one. Yuri. I don't know. Whatever. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna check this one out, see how it is. We'll see what that one entails. Next is the Future State Teen Titans #1. This is the last Future State title for this week. Teen Titans is one of those books that I'm like, people love. I'm not one that loves it, but I'll check out this and see where it goes. I most likely am not going to keep going with Teen Titans afterwards, but who knows. Next up, we have Origins #3 of 6. Really enjoyed the first 2, so I'm going with it. Boom's just been knocking it out of the park with just really solid stories coming out. So if you have not yet checked out some of Boom's stuff, you really should. And speaking of another Boom title, we have 7 Secrets #6 is out. This one is from Tom Taylor. Really fun, really cool. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on half the time, but it's a good read. And I'm really curious to see where they take it. And finally on my poll list is Stranger Things Science Camp #4 of 4. What Judy Hauser has done a fantastic job expanding the Stranger Things canon or mythos or whatever you want to talk about or call it. She's just done a really solid job with it. I've been enjoying all the miniseries that have been coming out. They tie in beautifully with the TV show and with each other. So if you get a chance, check that one out. I'll most likely be purging out that mini. Not that I don't like it, I did enjoy it, but it's not something that I desperately need to keep in my collection. So maybe my purge is your gain. Slew of variant covers this week because, of course, Future State has variants, and then we got the Wonder Woman variants. So first up, we have American Vampire #1976 issue 4 variant. Picked that one up. We got a variant that came in. It was delayed, but finally got our copies. And that's the Black Adam Endless Winter special. I grabbed up that variant. That one came out a few weeks ago. Future State Dark Detective #1, the Wonder Woman variant I picked up because that was an awesome cover. I really loved the Future State Justice League variant that they did here. That one's pretty tight. If you like Jim Lee, Justice League Future State Justice League #1, that's where you're gonna find the Jim Lee, and it's Wonder Woman. So yeah, pick that up because Jim Lee's awesome. Future State Kara Zor-El Superwoman #1 has a pretty cool variant, and then there is the DC Future State Superman Wonder Woman #1 cover there, which Superman Wonder Woman #1 also has a Wonder Woman variant for the movie, so I snagged that one up as well. I didn't get this initially, but I added it back because I just love Justin Nguyen's art, and so I picked up the Future State Teen Titans #1 variant. That one I really enjoyed. And then, of course, I got the Teen Titans. Future State Teen Titans had a Wonder Woman variant, so I picked that one up as well. So yeah, tons of variants. I know, I'm a sucker. We know this, okay? And then I also got a few special orders. One was a DC Kids graphic novel, original graphic novel. That We Found a Monster. So I'm gonna just throw this on the pile for my kids to check out. They seem to like them, but they haven't really gotten like into them. My son has been reading some books. He finished Encyclopedia Brown, and so he likes Encyclopedia Brown, and he wants to finish. He finished Castle in the Attic, so now he's on Battle for the Castle in the Attic, and I think his love of reading is starting to grow. So hopefully that continues. I'm hoping. I did get a special order in, and that is this came out a while weeks ago, but we finally got my copy in. And that is the DC poster portfolio for Clayman. These things are nice. They're giant. They run you about, what's the damage on these things? $24.99, so $25. You get 20 posters. These all rip out of this. Some of them have actually, where the book is cheaper it's cheaper buying the book than actually buying just the poster. I know the Art Germ one, there was a bunch of just the posters going for like $35 just for the poster. Don't buy this just to resell individual posters. Buy this because you love Clayman's art. Yeah, so I got another one. And I'll have to put it with my other ones and figure out what I'm going to do if I get too many of them. But yeah, that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want, leave your comments in the comment section below. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. This week we recorded episode number 483. We talked about Dark Knight's death metal. We also touched on a couple random things that are going on in news, and we kind of dive into what is continuity and where's DC. What is DC's plan going forward after death metal? So check it out. There's a link in the description below for that. Yeah, if you want to help me and my fellow conspirators out, you can do that through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our backers. It helps out immensely, and it keeps me in comics and talking about comics. So thanks. If you want to help me out a little more directly, any of the Amazon links here or at conspiratorbrock.com, you can click on those. If you buy that item or go through and finally buy something through that link, or you search and find something else, you're supposed to get something. But for those of you who do, thank you. It's a little bit of Amazon money my way. But you can head over to my eBay page where that helps out more, just really directly, and you can check out what I'm getting rid of, and maybe it's something that you want. I'm slowly this year going to, or have started to rearrange my bookcase. If you haven't noticed, I'm hopefully going to have a better background for you guys. That's not just the books I need to. That's my read pile without this week's books. But half of that read pile is stuff I need to reread. So and then I have a box over here of stuff. Yeah, there's so much stuff to read, And I have trades over here that I need to read. And I have a stack of books over there I need to read, and a stack of books. Yeah, there's too much reading. I read too much. But yeah, so I'm currently reading Dune. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, that's it. You can't follow me on Twitter. I'm still blocked for stupid reasons. Yeah, I have no idea. I have appealed to Twitter numerous times, and I have not got a response. I'll probably put in another appeal tomorrow and see where that goes. But yeah, I got blocked and auto-blocked for one tweet, and yeah, they blocked me like within 2 seconds, like a day of me tweeting that, and then yeah, it with the current climate of Twitter and social media, it's kind of it sucks that something that I said that was not what I said was taken out of context, and yeah, it sucks. If you want @Twitter support for me, if you're on Twitter saying, hey, Twitter support, what happened at Brock Sager? He's why? So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I'm tired. Long week, long day. Had a lot of running around to do today and yesterday. But that's it. I'm going to go. I'll see you next week.